Battle of the Foundations. I'm Laura Ray. Today we're going to talk about some great foundations that are going to go head to head. I'm going to tell you the comparison per ounce, what you're paying for them, and which one I think is the most worth it. Let's start off with Wet n Wild Dewy Focus Foundation. This has almost an ounce of product. It's 0.95 ounces. I don't have to do anything to this foundation to thin it out. It also has a little bit of dewiness to it, so it doesn't look flat on the face, and I think it works great on mature skin. My one complaint, it doesn't last long around my nose area. I have allergies at certain times of the year and I might wipe my nose and then there goes the foundation. So I find it's not as long lasting as others I've used, but I think it's a great product. For the first battle, the Wet n Wild is going to compete with the L'Oreal Pro Glow. I've used this for about the past year quite a bit because I do love it so much. Now this has exactly 1 ounce, so it has a tiny bit more product, but it runs $6.45, so it's almost double the price of the Wet n Wild. Now what I love about this is just like the Wet n Wild, it's got some glow to it. And it's already a super thin foundation, a lot like the MAC Face and Body, but I would say with more pigment and a little thicker. And that's one I sort of judge other foundations against, because even though it's higher priced, I just love the quality of that. It's so buildable on my skin and looks so natural. Now let's see which one's going to win the first round of the battle. Even though it's more, I would go with the Pro Glow because what I find is one of the things I'm really looking for is long lasting. I want to leave the house at 6:30 in the morning and come home at 6 at night, sometimes with all my foundation on. I don't want to see it breaking down around the nose. That's one of my pet peeves, and the Wet n Wild does that. So even though this is more, I say the Pro Glow wins round one. For round two, high-end versus drugstore, let's talk a moment for Charlotte Tilbury's Beautiful Skin Foundation. I purchased this right when it came out. I was super excited about it. It has 1 ounce, just like the L'Oreal, but it retails for $44. So you've got $6 and 45 cents on Amazon compared with $44 for the Charlotte. This is a nice formula, but I was a little disappointed. I did have breakdown. It was too glowy for me. I never thought I would say that, but it was just too much. I didn't feel my skin did look better with it. It promises lots of hydrating ingredients, but I feel I'm so much better off getting that from my K Beauty that I use the skincare. What I do is put on my essence, my moisturizer. I let it dry for 15-20 minutes, then go in with a foundation. So what I find is when they put too many of these things into actual foundation, it turns into a slip and slide and it doesn't really stay on my face. And I don't get that longevity that I'm looking for. So out of these two, the L'Oreal Pro Glow wins round two. This Morphe has been a real favorite of mine. It has a very different texture to it, almost mousse-like. I never heard many people talking about this, but I think it's a great foundation. Now for me, on its own, it's a little heavy. It does say on the bottle medium to full coverage. And over the past few years, I've gotten away from products like that. But I love the pigmentation in this product. I like the way it looks on my skin when I add something to it. I love adding setting spray. I've talked a lot about the You Can Be, but I love this Kahi Wrinkle Bounce. This makes this spread beautifully on the skin. Now this is pretty expensive for what we would call a drugstore priced range. Morphe is a little on the lower price range. This runs $20 and it comes in a little short of an ounce. So you're paying even a little more. So this is quite a bit more than the Pro Glow, but I really did love it. But for this round, I'm still going to go with the Pro Glow. I think it's a beautiful foundation. And even though I get a little more coverage with this and I like it so much, I think because of the price difference, I would stick with the L'Oreal. For round four, the L'Oreal is going to go up against the Believe Beauty Foundation that's sold at Dollar General for $5 $0.50. It's a little short of an ounce, which is a little deceptive because the bottle seems like there would be so much more product, but it's 0.85 ounces, so it's not even an ounce. But this does come with a gorgeous bottle, glass bottle, wonderful pump. I've had several of these now, at least maybe 3 or 4 bottles of the Believe Beauty Foundation, and I've found that I've never had trouble with a pump yet. Now, this is what I would call medium to full coverage. I got away from this foundation because I saw some photos where my skin just looked very heavy and I was wearing it. But again, I started going back to it when I got into the setting sprays. And with this Kahi, the two together, I feel I get such a high-end look from the foundation. Another thing I love about the Believe Beauty is it is long lasting. This competes, in my opinion, with Estee Lauder Double Wear, which I wore for a very long time. This has about the same thickness of that formula, and it definitely has the longevity, so I don't come home again with missing makeup around the nose area and around the mouth. So the winner of this round is Believe Beauty, coming in at $5.50 for such a beautiful foundation. Even though I am spending more for the Kahi, I would buy this anyway. I just like the way it plumps my skin and makes it look. So I definitely would pick this one. For the final round, I've got Believe Beauty going up against one of my all-time favorites, Catrice True Skin. This is getting a little harder to get. They don't have it as readily available, but I still buy it on Amazon. I'm in the shade Neutral Sand, number 30. What I love about this, it really does spread great on its own. I don't have to add any sprays to it. Now I do because I love thinning it out even more, but this came through for me before I started using setting spray because of the hyaluronic acid in it. I think that just helps it to spread better. It's a little bit thinner, but when I do swatches of this and the Believe Beauty, they almost look the same. It's incredible. It looks very much the same on the skin, but I can see a little more moisture in the Catrice. So the winner of this round, the Catrice, I have to say, because of the skincare in it, because it also comes in a little more money. This is $8, but it's got the skincare in it. You're getting a full ounce of product. Most of these foundations are really all about the same size. They do look a little different because of the packaging, but they all come in at about a fluid ounce. And really, that's how much I like to have in the foundation. I wouldn't want more than that because it would go bad before I'd use it up. But this has been one that I have stuck with for a long time, and it's still my favorite and wins the round. All of the products are listed below in the description of the video, including the shades that I wear in these different foundations. Share your favorite foundation. I'd love to hear what you've been wearing, what you enjoy, and I appreciate you all so much. Remember, I upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 9 a.m. Eastern. If you like this format of video, let me know in the comments, and I really appreciate it if you did enjoy it, if you'll give the video a thumbs up. Have a blessed and beautiful week. I love you so much. I'll see you soon.